Bloody hell, that was a hell of a show. Fuck me.
Thank you.
Maybe you could teach me some puppet moves, because you gave a little demonstration.
So, well, yeah, I mean, in the show, what do we teach you? We teach you focus. So focus is basically just looking at something. You know, for example, you could look at that cigarette there.
Sure.
And that sort of brings the cigarette into focus, you know. Or we could all look at you, like that. And that brings you into focus.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, and now if we look away from you, you go all blurry. And then fixed point, well, fixed point is very difficult for you to mess with, but basically that's the gravity. That's the gravity, that's the space thing. I mean, an example of that is the moonwalk. The moonwalk is really playing with fixed point.
It changes the dynamic of theater when you start explaining how you're bringing something to life. Do you think that what do you think the differences are between kind of, you know, classical puppetry and this kind of what you're doing, which is giving a lot of the tricks away?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, you think we're spoiling it, like sort of, it's like the Penn and Teller or something, you know, we're giving away the magic. That's a very interesting question. I mean, I suppose what the show's about, in a way, is that one of the things we realise is you can understand everything about how something works, but still, that has no effect, that has no impact on what you believe. So although I understand and I can explain everything about how the illusion that because I'm not alive. I mean, I'm not alive. This is an illusion alive. You know, this is an illusion of drinking and drugs and rock and roll. This isn't the real thing. You know, if that thing gets too close to me, I'm going to go up in flames and it's curtains for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's an illusion. Now, and yet even though it's an illusion, it's difficult not to believe in me. You see? And that's the point. That's the underlying point. So it's paradoxical, and the show is perhaps a lot about paradoxes.
Sure.
What do you think?
It's also ironic because you're talking about God and also kind of the problems of belief at the same time.
Exactly. And so in the story of the last hours of Moses' life, which is what I'm essentially my thesis, there is the thing where Moses really believes for a moment when he's talking to God that he can persuade God not, you know, to let him not die or not to kill him. Well, that was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah. You probably shouldn't have believed in the first place, right?
No.
Just in the whole God thing, you know?
Yeah, well,
let it all go.
I mean, in many ways, Moses is responsible for that whole thing. I mean, that's what he'd gone and done, is make us all believe in God.
Sure.
Insofar as we do. Well, the show, it's a fantastic show. We just had a wonderful audience. It's a show, here's the thing, it's a show that has been embraced by Germany. It feels like it was made for this country. There's something about it that really connects with the German audiences. I always feel very special when we're here. It's a show about a puppet on a table. It's about an hour and a quarter long. Doesn't sound that good, does it? But it is.
Well, it manages to get 12 hours of this Book of Moses
crammed into an hour and a quarter.
It's your entire, Talmud school. You know, if you ever wanted to be Jewish, you might as well just go to an hour and a half of this play, and then it might do the trick for you.
Yeah, it really pins it down, doesn't it? Pins it down, nails it down. Yeah. Of course, I've forgotten that you are Jewish as well. So Jesus Christ, you know, I mean, doesn't that whole thing that must have been irritating.
Oh, what, the Jesus Christ thing?
Yeah, the Jesus Christ comment, dying for you.
Well, it kind of took away a lot of the crazies, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he's palmed them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, nicely done.
Well, all right, Moses and your
very
group,
nice to meet you.
Your group is called.
We're Blind Summit Theatre. Where are we? We're down at the. What do you call this theatre?
This is the Thalia Theatre in der Gaustrasse.
Oh yeah.
I'm Theo McCarthy with the Thalia Pfadfinder, and this is Moses.
And I'm Moses from Blind Summit.